Human! Allow me to tell you about some complex feelings. Feelings like the joy of finding another pasta lover, the admiration for another's puzzle-solving skills, the desire to have a cool, smart person think you are cool. These feelings, they must be what you are feeling right now. I can hardly imagine what it must be like to feel that way. After all, I am very great. I don't ever wonder what having lots of friends is like. I pity you, a lonely human. Worry not, you shall be lonely no longer. I, the great Papyrus, will be your... No, this is all wrong. I can't be your friend. You are a human. I must capture you. Then I can fulfill my lifelong dream. Powerful, popular, prestigious. That's Papyrus, the newest member of the Royal Guard. Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcoming you back to Undertale. Right off the bat, I gotta say, Papyrus, I don't like your spaghetti. Yeah, I want you. Yeah, I do. I don't want you to feel bad that you're giving up all your hopes and dreams to become my friend. You know, that's definitely the only intention behind me doing that, you know? Now, I'm gonna have a lot to talk about during this fight. First of all, though, before we get into things, we need to actually activate that. Really, the fastest way, just say Mercy, man. Then he'll activate his blue attack, and we will really be able to get things completely underway. So let's see. He's a little trickster. We are blue now. However, our heart may be blue, but my mind is feeling pretty giddy because we got some awesome jams to listen to. Alright, well, I think it's only fair that now that we've listened to a full cycle of Papyrus's amazing boss lane, we actually get into the meat and potatoes of the fight. Before we actually begin talking about the fight itself, though, there is something I do want to warn you guys about. This entire episode, minus the very, little open dialogue thing, is going to be done entirely in post-commentary. Reasons being, the way I edited this episode, it's going to be very mismatched and, not in sequence in the way I actually did things, at all, so... my live commentary that I recorded ended up not really flowing at all. So, without further ado, let's talk about this fight itself. One of my favorite things about Undertale is the way that Toby Fox really uses the gameplay as a means of storytelling. You know, I mean, obviously there's a ton of dialogue in the game, but it is very much complemented by what's happening on the screen, especially during these, longer boss sections. Specifically, and we get little hints of this, during the beginning of the fight, where Papyrus is saying, oh, all these amazing things will happen to me if I capture you, but you're like my friend. This is how I think of you. Morally, it's not right for me to capture you and hand you over to get slaughtered, but that's my duty as a monster. I'd be betraying my people. So, what I love is that, Papyrus as a character, right, is without a doubt, the goofiest, most boisterous, without a doubt, the most charismatic character in this game. There's a reason why he's perpetually smiling. He's got that that goofy skeleton grin on him. So the fact that a character like him, that's very, very hard to actually discourage, is going through such a difficult time morally with what he's doing, and I think that really speaks volumes about the game. That flavor text right there, Papyrus is considering his options. There's another one, Papyrus is trying to maintain his cool. God, it's just... I hope it doesn't get annoying how I'm always complimenting the game, but man, it's so good the way these characters are presented to us, man. And that's one of the reasons why I love this fight so much. Like, as a fight itself, it's really not that difficult, although I will say, I did challenge myself to try to not get hit a single time. Spoiler alert, in the like hour and 10 minutes this recording chunk was, I only succeeded twice. It's definitely an endurance run, but dodging most of these attacks, really not that challenging. A few of them do have some pretty tight windows, like, oh my god, the arcing ones where you have to like jump right up next to them and then move like in the opposite direction. Those ones are very tight. They have a very, very slim window of error. But I think as a whole, this fight really is really just serving as more of like storytelling element, along with a gut-busting moment. God dang, the ending to this. Oh, speaking of which, man, get old Toby Fox stealing his special attack. He crawls off. Oh man. All right, Papyrus. I guess we're just gonna have to settle for your regular attack, but it's gonna be really cool. So here's an absolutely normal attack. All right, so spoiler alert, man. First time this happened to me during my first playthrough. Redundancy, yay! Oh my god, laughing out loud, literal tears streaming down my face. This is one of the few. Oh, here it begins. Cool, dude. Bone riding a skateboard with sunglasses, but here it is, the Bone Mob. As soon as I did figure this out the very first time when I just continued to hold up. First time that happened to me. Oh my god, I almost got hit by this bone. Like, it was so hard for me to see from like all the tears and just me being a laughing mess. But, oh, I love that attack so much. Oh man, I love this fight so much, man. Oh, you guys, Papyrus, you really, oh yeah, we were shaking in our boots. Oh, thank god, I don't know what we would have done if he hadn't spared us. No, we're not gonna fight him. I can't even stop someone as weak as you. Undyne's gonna be disappointed in me. I'll never join the Royal Guard, and my friend quantity will remain stagnant. What should we say? Well, what else can we say? But Papyrus, come on, man. We'll be friends. Really? You want to be friends with me? Well then, I guess I can make an allowance for you. Wow! I have friends, and who knew that all I needed to make them was to give people awful puzzles and then fight them? You taught me a lot, human. I hereby grant you permission to pass through, and I'll give you directions to the surface. Continue forward until you reach the end of the cavern. Then, when you reach the capital, cross the barrier. That's the magical seal trapping us all underground. Anything can enter through it, but nothing can exit. Except someone with a powerful soul, like you. That's why the king wants to acquire a human. He wants to open the barrier with soul power. Then us monsters can return to the surface. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. To reach the exit, you will have to pass through the king's castle, the king of all monsters. He is, well, he's a big fuzzy pushover. Everybody loves that guy. I'm certain if you just say, "Excuse me, Mr. Dreamer, can I please go home?" He'll guide you right to the barrier himself. Anyway, that's enough talking. I'll be at home being a cool friend. Feel free to come by and hang out. And as he adopts the Luigi jump and soars into the nighttime, we discover what happens when we don't flirt with him. However, what happens if we do flirt with Papyrus? What? Flirting? So you finally reveal your ultimate feelings? Well, I'm a skeleton with very high standards. I can make spaghetti. Oh no! You're meeting all my standards! I guess this means I have to go on a date with you? Let's date a little later, after I capture you. I have zero redeeming qualities. Oh no! That's humility. Of course, and so this is what happens when we select that. Now, these are going to be all of the unique flirting flavor texts that pop up. That is, of course, until he realizes he doesn't have ears. Oh, it's golden. Now, what happens if we call him a loser?
Huh? Why would you berate yourself so loudly? Is it because you don't think you're good enough to be my friend? No, you're great. I'll be your friend. Wowie, we haven't even had our first date. And I've already managed to hit the friend zone. Anyway, that's enough talking. I'll be at home being a cool friend. Feel free to come by and have that date.
Keyword date instead of hangout, so boom. Yeah. Now, there is an alternate way to quote-unquote beat Papyrus, and that involves us dying. Our garage, oh man, we're going to the doghouse. Don't really like the sound of that, except we are literally in a doghouse. Chewy squeaky toy, complete with dog bed. Let's see. Oh, a note from Papyrus.
Sorry, I have to lock you in the guest room until Undyne arrives. Feel free to make yourself at home. Refreshments and accommodations have been provided. Fully yours, Papyrus.
Unfortunately, it's just dry food. Oh man. More like good eatins. No? Alright, well, luckily the bars are too wide, just like the beginning of Snowden, so we can weave our way in and out, being ghosties and escape. Now when we get back...
Oh, where could that human have gone? Wait, it's right in front of me. Hello, I was worried that you got lost. It sure is a relief to know that you're right here. Wait a second, you're not supposed to escape. Get back there.
Sorry man, not how that works. Okay, so if we die a second time...
Well, you may have cleverly escaped from jail before. But this time, I've upgraded the facilities. Not only will you be trapped, but you won't even want to leave.
Oh. Okay, so it's another note from Papyrus.
Please ask before you escape. When you went missing, I got worried sick. Slightly bone-truzzled.
Hey, that's the name of his boss theme, Papyrus. There's a hot dog cut up into the kibble. How thoughtful. See, this is all I asked for, although was it Papyrus doing it or Sans? Foreshadowing, to say the least. So what happens if we escape for the second time and go back to him?
Back again, Nyeh? I suppose it's my fault. I told you before that I would make you spaghetti. It's only natural that you would want to see me, in a dire hope that I would make you some. Well, I understand. Papyrus is hungry too. Hungry for justice.
I mean, he's wearing a cape, so I think he's allowed to say that, you know? So what happens if we die for the third time?
You are persistent, but it won't work on me. I'm the persistentist. And if you think you are a persistent tester, that is wrong, grammatically wrong. Because the correct form would be, not as persistent test as Papyrus, the persistent test that...
In what?
Not as persistent test as Papyrus, the persistent test. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.
Oh. And one final note. It's a note from Papyrus.
If you're just looking for a place to stay, just ask. You don't need to fight me. Your host, Papyrus.
Oh man. That line just like, just warms my heart. Also, bro, why are you checking these things? They don't change. They don't change. They never do. Oh boy. Well, let's go ahead. We'll make our way over to him one last time.
You're back again? I finally realized the true reason why. You just miss seeing my face so much. I'm not sure I can fight someone who feels this way. But mostly, I'm getting really tired of capturing you.
Fight Papyrus? No, we're not gonna fight him.
Okay, I guess I'll accept my failure.
And then he goes into the Nyeh scene. Yep. And we've already seen this, so we can go ahead and cut. However, what if things go for a more darker twist? It should be noted that if we pull this kind of poop, during a genocide run. I wasn't absolutely sure of what happens, and I haven't recorded the genocide run yet, so I wanted to include it in the pacifist setting. And it just breaks my heart because there's no fanfare, there's no... He's not even angry at us. He doesn't feel betrayed. Like, even in his last final moments, he's smiling. He still thinks that we're his friend. Man. I hate killing people in this game. So on a lighter note, if we check him, he likes to say Nyeh, Nyeh. And if you throw the stick at him, he'll bring it back in his mouth, which is just the most adorable thing ever. So as far as I'm concerned, I replayed this fight like dozens of times. By dozens, I mean like 14 or 15 times in total. Hope you guys enjoyed that look into all the different options, all the different alternate dialogues, as well as looking into what a no-hit run looks like. Yeah, boy, bragging rights. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching me play. And as always, I'll see you for the next episode of Papyrus, because next episode, it is gonna be date/hangout time, utilizing both the save files and making it an interactive adventure for you. More details when it comes out. See you guys then.